Yes, and Jelani Asar here with Income Protection Atlanta. First things first, go to incomeprotectionatlanta.com. Right now, just open up a new tab or a new browser in Firefox or whatever your browser may be. Go to incomeprotectionatlanta.com and join our email list so you can receive your free report entitled Protect My Income in Atlanta, only for you if you desire more financial security in this volatile and chaotic economy. And now let's get to our interview with another mesmerizing Atlanta business owner.
We want to have that acceptance rate as the missing piece that we plug in there before we go. But yeah, we've got a very, very detailed strategy for our expansion.
That's excellent. And then as far as testing the conversion rate and the acceptance rate and marketing yourself, what are your main methods? I know that you had the awesome experience with Nevins, and I know that I found you in Employee Benefits News Magazine. What are some of your marketing methods?
Well, the public relations firm has done, a fabulous job of getting me into the Baltimore Business Journal, into the Daily Record. I was on Maryland Public Television. There's actually a link on our website, capellatax.com, just to see that broadcast. So they've really gotten the word out locally. But, we're relying on brokers and consultants to, we don't have a huge marketing allowance. We are not going to be, buying television time or radio time or print time yet. We are working, kind of organically through brokers. And the fact that I've been in Baltimore, my whole career, I know the key players, and I can't emphasize enough the third-party administrators like Benefit Mall, Kelly & Associates, Benefit Design Group, those types of groups here in Baltimore are just highly effective distribution channels when I can go, reach 8,500 customers at Kelly & Associates or 5,000 customers at Benefit Mall and be a part of that consolidated bill so they're not having to remit the employer doesn't have to remit eligibility and the payroll deductions to another vendor. It's all aggregated on that bill, and it makes ease of administration for the employer.
Yeah.
But the second, really integral piece of our rollout strategy is going to be testing the results we get in January and in February. This time of year, October, November, we're really touting the trusted advisor aspect of our program, where you have year-round access. And one of our taglines that we're in the process of having trademarked is that April 15th is too late to plan. We want our employees out meeting with their CPAs, in January and planning for the year and not just getting their tax return done. But in January and February, we've got a number of clients lined up to offer the program when W-2s have come out, when the big box firms are doing all of their advertising, and we want to see, really what the take rate is compared to the open enrollment process, and how that's going to work. And then, the next part of our, evolution is going to be generating the individual product, where we can go to Facebook or we can go to LinkedIn and say, click here to enroll. Right now, we're trying to piggyback on the efficiencies of a group process where you get, one check and one bill from, for 50 people, rather than setting up a PayPal account and these types of things 50 individual times. So, that's the next phase of our program will be, that individual product.
And I was watching an interview maybe about a month ago between Charlie Rose and who's this guy? The Facebook guy. Why is his name slipping me? The guy who started Facebook, Zuckerberg.
Oh, Zuckerberg.
Yeah. And he was saying that one thing that he said is that in business, generally it's best to start with those things that are most simple and where you can get the biggest bang for your buck and just grow from there.
Absolutely.
And the group route seems like it's definitely the best way to go, especially by comparison to going onesie, twosies and having individual accounts for each person.
Absolutely. And, and that will, as we expand our network out and, you can zero in to some degree, obviously, on a Facebook and get the Baltimore, Washington region. but you can't have people, clicking on it and not having a network built. So,
right.
As we expand out and then grow our network nationally, it will also lend itself, to a little bit more broad of an individual campaign.
Mm-hmm. And then you were saying that when you had this idea, you did some research, and you didn't find anybody who was doing this. I mean, do you have any competition now?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know
maybe
of.
After this interview, Jelani, I'll be
fighting them off.
I'll be fighting them off. But it's not as easy, as maybe I've made it out to be. There's quite a bit of effort and knowledge and skill that's gone into this. That it's not just going to be, something somebody can throw a switch and do. So.
Right. You have decades of experience in relationship building and knowledge that is going into this.
Absolutely. At least I like to think so. We'll see.
Well, you've got my support so far, Larry.
Well, hey, that's it. I'm delighted to have it.
So, what is your mission as far as what you're doing here with Capella Tax? How does it relate to your life mission?
Well, I've always been interested in helping people. It's just something I've always, wanted to do, and I think that's the best part of my business is having the ability to give a quality relationship for financial and tax reasons to people that, have never had that access in the past.
Right.
And, when you think about all the expected and unexpected events in your life, how many of them are financial related, and then
yes.
how many of those are then, impacted by the tax code?
Right.
Divorce, inheritance, things that, you talk to anyone that's gone through a divorce, and, they'll tell you that there was a million things they wish they knew on the finance side and the tax side before they,
right.
Went down that trail. So to have,
right.
Those 90.
And wonderful. And join us for our next part of another fantastic interview with our great guest, with another amazing Atlanta business owner. In the next video.